How are you? You're fine? You're all fine? Okay, it's great to see all of you, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to present to you. We're from BDO Unibank. My name is Edmer Borja. I'm the first Vice President and the Area Head of Laguna area. So, under my jurisdiction, I handle 34 branches of BDO in Laguna. Okay, so this afternoon, we will make it an exciting session for everybody. I hope that it will be beneficial for all of you, and we're so honored to have our company president over here. Thank you so much, sir. And it's our pleasure to be with all of you. Okay, so why are we here for? First of all, as a financial institution, it is our duty or obligation not just to sell products or services, but foremost is to provide financial literacy to all our customers, to companies, to stakeholders. Why is it important? Very important is financial education. Because a lot of people, even though we have finished school, some of us even finished master's degree, doctorate degree, very seldom that we are being taught financial education, right? If you'll agree with me. So, to start with, I'd like to share with you some personal concepts about financial education. Okay, and I understand that most of us here are already middle managers and supervisors. So very important for all of us to somehow enhance our financial education skills. May tanong po ako sa inyo. First of all, I'd like to ask you, at this point in your lives, do you control your money? Or does money control you? Okay, think it over. Or probably, does your wife control your money? Okay. Again, do you control your money at this point in time? Okay. The answer may be yes. The answer may be a slight yes. Or the answer may be probably. Okay. Question number 2. Do you want to become the master of your finances? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Make it louder. Yes. Okay. Of course, every one of us would like to become the master of our finances. All the more that I have the reason to somehow impart to you the financial education, financial literacy, in order for us to know how well is our finances. Diba? Kapag po tayo nagpapa-check up sa hospital, maraming diagnosis, maraming laboratory, x-rays, etc. We have to diagnose our financial well-being. Okay. So, financial literacy means financial maturity. And, it doesn't matter what age you are now. Whether you're young, not so young, middle age, nearing retirement, it doesn't matter. What matters most is the right mindset, possession of the right mindset, and the right attitude towards money. Now, sabi nila ganito money can be your servant or money can be your master. Think about it. What would you like to have? A money that is your servant or a money that is your master? So, either way, okay, there are consequences. Reason why, very important that we study financial literacy so that eventually we can have what they call financial freedom. Financial freedom is the comfort of, during your life or during your time na gusto mong mag-relax, komportable ka, may mabibili ka, may konting luxuries, hindi ka kinakapos. You're financially free. And financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen, is a skill. Financial freedom is a strategy. Financial freedom is a decision. It is actually also a discipline. Do you agree? Do you agree? Okay. Kaya po minsan maririnig natin, napakagastos naman natin, wala tayong disiplina sa pera. Okay. It has to start from there, from that point. Now, in order for us to harness financial education, let me suggest to you several concepts, which I myself have been adhering to also. Okay? Are you ready? Okay lang po bang mag-suggest kami ng mga certain mindsets and attitude towards on how to handle money? Okay. Here we go. Number 1, learn how to live with 70 or 80 or 90% of your income. Meaning to say, if you receive your salary on a 50th and 30th of the month, put up a system within you. Try to put up a system wherein you automatically set aside, you start with 5%, next 10%, or probably 15%, up to max of 20% of your salary. You pay yourself first. Narinig niyo na po ba yon? Naririnig natin yon, di ba? Before you spend any peso, you try muna to pay yourself first. Make it a system. Make it an automatic habit. Now, be like the government. Kapag nakita ninyo ang inyong payslip, ano po ang bubulaga sa inyo? Tax? Deduction. O, di ba? So, meaning, before you receive your income, the government has already deducted your income tax. Other than that, you have what? PhilHealth, SSS, Pag-ibig, and all the rest. See? If they can do it automatically, why can't we do the same thing? Let's put up a habit, let's put up a structure within ourselves. Okay? So, in essence, I want you to become a builder, not a spender. Okay? Clear? Can we all do it? It doesn't matter whether you earn big or you earn small. It actually doesn't matter. What matters most is the system and the habit of saving automatically your money. Would you believe when I say, if somebody earns 50,000 a month, she could probably richer than somebody earning 300,000 a month. Why is that so? Because for a person who sets aside 10% of her 50,000 a month on a regular basis, she is a builder. But if a person earns 300,000 a month and he spends 330,000 a month, you could just imagine the debts accumulated, right? So in the long run, who is richer and who is poorer? Okay? So it's not about how much you earn. It's all about how automatically you save. Okay? Am I clear? Okay. Next. I love when I see notebooks and laptops because all you need is your pen and notebook and your fingertips and your laptops. Very simple. I'll give you a framework. 5 columns only. Just 5 columns. Paano ko ba gagawin yun, Edmer, yung sinasabi mo? Just 5 columns. First column, income. Second column, forced savings. Yung binabanggit ko kanina. Okay? Automatic savings. Again, first column, income. Second column, forced savings. Third column, expenses. Fourth column, remainder. Yung natira. And fifth column, the most important one, purpose. Purpose means, where did my money go? Saan napunta yung pera ko na ginastos? Yun lang. That's it. If you maintain that type of a ledger within you, whether in your cell phone, in your laptop, in your little notebook, you enhance and develop habits. You enhance the attitude of disciplining yourself about your finances. Okay? Very simple. Yun lang po. Okay. Now, you have to make financial decision based on your goals, not based on your impulses. Nothing wrong if you buy 250 worth of Starbucks. Paminsan-minsan lang yan. Diba? Latte, hot choco, yan, cappuccino. It's okay. You treat yourself. But if you do it, more than what is needed, hindi mo mamamalaya, ang laki na pala ng nagagastos mo. So you better be conscious about what you are spending. And any surplus, have the discipline of not spending it out. Sometimes, there are people who are one-day millionaire. Have you heard about it? One-day millionaire. Especially when we receive our bonus. Dami ka na isip, di ba? Bili ako nito, bili ako noon. Okay, we're one-day millionaire. But from now on, I want you to be conscious about money. I want you that your money become your servant. Not you become the servant of your money. Okay. Second course of action. Now that you're setting aside a little portion of your money, second course of action, you study about money as if your life depends upon money. Because it does. Okay? What do I mean by study about money? I want you to have some basic knowledge about investment, about insurance, about compound interest. What is compound interest? Maybe about taxes, about debts, about obligations. If you don't know how to distinguish all of them or characterize these things, ano bang pagkakaiba ng income sa tax? Ano bang pagkakaiba ng debts, obligations? Bakit ba kailangan may insurance? We have to be knowledgeable about all of them. Okay, don't get me wrong. I am not trying to make you or trying to encourage you to become a financial expert. Hindi po. I just don't want you to become a financial victim. Okay? So, the worst condition is not poverty. The worst condition is about financial helplessness. There's a vast difference between the two. So it's all about attitude, about how you treat your money. Okay. Third course of action. Are you with me? Are you still with me? Okay. Are you still alive? Okay. Don't worry, mamaya po may paraffol ako, money. Okay. Third concept. Now that you know how to set aside automatically a little portion of your funds, and I have suggested to you a very simple framework of how to distinguish income from expenses. from the remainder and purpose, you have to start making your money grow. Okay? All of us here are working for a company, right? We are working for money. But once we accumulate certain portion, we can now make our money work for us. Is it possible? Is it possible? Okay. Yes. How? Through discipline. Through discipline. Discipline, as they say, is the bridge between the goals and the results. So you must have a goal. And later on, you work for the goal. Once you work hard for that goal, you will see the results. Okay. Edmer, paano kaya kung talagang kapos na kami? Saktong-sakto lang. Kung ano yung kinikita, sakto lang sa binabayaran. Wala talagang maipon. Let me tell you straight, all the more that you must have a plan. So that you may sort out money that goes to luxuries, that goes to non-essential versus those that are for basic needs. Sabi nga nila, a bad plan is better than no plan at all. Okay, agree? Do you agree? So, if we don't have a plan how to handle our money, time will be running out for you or for us. Hindi natin alam kung saan pupunta or saan na napunta yung pera natin. Another course of action is, once we accumulate, over the years we have been working in a company, and most likely, nakapagpundar na tayo, we have invested in a property, house, car, etc. We have to create an asset. Diba? We want our money to grow. Corollary to that, we have to make or to create assets. Ano po ba yung mga assets? Hindi lamang po tangible assets. There are assets that you can utilize and bring money to your pocket. What are those? First, you have the skills. You have the expertise. You have accumulated experiences already. If you're good at cooking during weekends, why not try? And teach somebody. You can do it online. You can research. You can invest in yourself. Part of your money, put it in yourself. Like you may enroll in short courses and try to upgrade your skills. In this age of artificial intelligence, have you heard? Everybody's talking about artificial intelligence taking over the world. In the next 2, 3, 4 years, the AI is more powerful, 1,000, 10,000 more powerful than the internet. And we could see the transformation, not just of the industries, but of the entire world. So we have to study what's going on. We have to upgrade our skills. Okay? So, constant learning will bring us to more success. Okay? So, let me provide you with some insights about finances. Rich people look for opportunities. Poor people look for excuses. Agree? Okay. The difference is mindset and attitude towards our finances. You know, when you are not growing, you are losing. There's no in between. There's no neutral. So we have to always aspire for growth. And wealth is created via the right mindset and creativity. So you track your finances, monitor your money, where is it going, and try to see how it could help you and your family in the long run. Finally, as I end my little speech, let us all start today. Let us all start today. Not next week, not next month, not next year. You know the most precious assets in the world now? The most precious asset in the world now is time. You can have money. You can have billions if you are a contractor. But even if you're not a contractor, you may have saved money, but you cannot buy time. You cannot go back to your younger years. Agree? Yes. So, better start today. And better start small rather than not starting at all. And with that, I'd like to thank you. Maraming salamat po for giving me an opportunity. Thank you so much. We'll present to you our business units. Thank you.